Already?
Dog person, but I've been enjoying your dog because I am a cat person, so he always comes in and checks me out like curiously. And but for a dog, it's a nice dog.
I've never Iris never had dog counseling either. In fact, this is the first dog that I've ever had. So my daughter tells me.
So instead of taking my cats to the vet morning or during the day,
At some point, I could cut it and edit it or whatever. But,
Right. Yeah, I'm into
okay.
just, shoot questions and we'll just wrap.
Right.
And we'll do that.
All right. Why don't I'll ask you the same questions I want to ask other people.
Okay.
How did you meet this jamoke called Danny?
Well, I was going to school with his oldest son, Simon, and one day I just kind of, I don't know how, a mutual friend introduced us and went over to his place, decided that it seemed like a really comfortable environment, a type of environment that I hadn't experienced before. And I just wanted to hang out there. I didn't really know Dan and Ann too well. I guess I met on the first day. But I just kind of, came into the house and didn't leave. And they were okay with that. It was never an issue about, hey, who's this kid? Why is he here all the time? Why is he eating all our food? Because I just started eating all their food right from the start. And they just, made me welcome, made me feel like, it was the first time I'd seen a nuclear family. And I don't mean to say it like this is a traditional nuclear family, because it's not. It's a very amazing and dynamic family. But they're all about just bringing you in and giving you their love and trying to understand you and trying to help you understand yourself. So it was an environment I just didn't want to leave, didn't ever want to leave, and I didn't have to. It made me feel like, here you go. And, how's Danny fit into this? Well, Danny's just Danny, and he can't help it. And so, I just got to know him right away, got to know him as who he is, and it's been weird and strange and really great to know him.
You know what I contend? Without Annie's nothing.
Yeah. Ann's definitely the better half, and, the compliment in every way to Danny. I don't know, they're great. They've got a really great relationship. They're just amazing folks together. They're a lot of fun. And very different, too. But I guess it's probably one of the secrets to how they do it so well.
All right. Well, you've got your challenges going here.
Uh-huh.
You want to speak to that at all?
Yeah, I guess, that's a big question. Right, and so I wonder, how do you begin to answer a question like that? Can you direct it better? Can you direct the question a little bit better?
Well,
I'm not tentative about talking about death
Yeah.
or suffering or any of that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of issues to bring into it. So what kind of direction do you want it? What do you think I'm thinking about specifically? Or?
I think just for the camera, so
Right,
people
right.
sort of orient. You've had two awful go-arounds with cancer intervention.
Right.
And recently, more bad news. And it's a tough thing to take. So you're here.
My thing is, it's not awful and it's not tough.
Okay.
I've had a philosophy of life that life is just kind of that it happens, and I don't mean to say that I'm passive about it, but that it's going to happen, and you got to make a peace with it, and then it's like a letting go. I understand, and sometimes I hate to try and explain it because it sounds simple. It sounds like almost I've developed it by not thinking about it. But tomorrow's going to happen, regardless of what I do. I can be happy about it. I can prepare myself for everything I can prepare myself to be. And those things now are I want to be a loving person. I want to be around the people I love. I want to be happy, which isn't necessarily quantifiable. And so I expect these types of things, and I get that. I don't need $50,000 a year. I don't need a college degree. I don't need a car. I don't need these possessions. I've got an amazing family that I can hug. I can hug any member of my family whenever I want. I can tell them I love them whenever I want. This isn't stuff I grew up doing.
I had a strange interaction with Danny about a week ago when we were talking about you and your diagnosis. What I said to Danny is, I look for justice in the world. I want things the way I want them and the way I expect them to be. And he very quickly said to me, well, that's your thing. I don't bother with that. And he went right on. And you seem to be you have the same kind of thinking, which is you're living, you're enjoying, you're not struggling with an idea of what ought to be.
Right.
You got both feet in what is. Did Danny play a part of that, or are you both just two peas in a pod?
I think Danny played a type of part in that. And then, you know, Danny's got the type of personality. If you're going to be really close to him, you have to love yourself to be comfortable around him. And you know, when you get someone in your life that's really important to you, you want to make sure they're in your life. You want to make sure you keep interacting with them. So if there's part of you, you know, part of me that's uncomfortable being around Danny, I'm going to be unhappy because I'm going to make sure I'm around Danny. So that was a challenge to me to make sure that I knew who I am. You know, I know what I really want to do. I believe in it and I can practice it. Because Danny's going to challenge me. If I'm doing something stupid, you know, I used to drink and party all the time, and Danny would call me on that. You know, it was just not like he would nag me about it, but it was up front. He knew what was going on, and we would talk about it. And so I had to know what I was doing, and then start to think about whether I was right. So Danny, like, gives you one of those difficult relationships, but the most rewarding type, where I had to end up being happy with myself to really start enjoying Danny and my relationship perfectly. So he pushed me to a certain position in my life where I had to make expectations of myself that were real. You know, not just these like secondary, I'm gonna entertain myself with these types of things. So I'd say that, yeah, he really like pushed me to love myself, and that's helped a lot with this. And that I don't know how to evaluate whether or not our philosophies have developed concurrently. You know, this whole thing about, I definitely believe that there's justice in the world, that the world is absolutely perfect. I'm not going to say that there's not some really disgusting things happening, that I don't see some gross things happening to kids or to, you know, immigrants or to whoever, you know, sick people, that just makes me want to cry, that makes me feel really bad for these people. And I also realize that I have human senses. What can these things pick up on? They're imperfect. You know, I can't really perceive exactly what's going on. There's a big question about what is real, not even to get into what is right and what is wrong, you know? Right. So I have to step back and say, everything is exactly perfect, and I honestly believe that every single person gets exactly what they need out of this life. You know, if it's love, if it's whatever it is, I think it's love. So yeah, I can't feel like there's a sense of injustice about it.
Danny's birthday today.
Yeah.
What kind of thing do you want for him? What kind of birthday wishes do you have for the old guy?
Wow. I don't know, it seems like cop out. I want what he already has for him. Danny's got, what is he? He has everything. He loves his job. He's well directed. He loves his family. He's got a great family. And he really, you don't hear him complain. What do you get for somebody like that? What do you wish for someone like that? I wish for Danny today to be Danny tomorrow, and then Danny the day after. He's living like the perfect existence right now. You know, because he's got so many things going well for him, and then he's got some stresses, and he accepts them, he deals with them, and he just keeps being. He's really got it great.
Is your girlfriend Betsy here?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, we'll get her on next. I'll go right over and see her. But let's see what else we might ask. Do you have anything you wish to leave him and others?
I don't know. No, I don't feel like. I feel like everything that I could have left behind, I've already left behind.
That's great.
And then if I start thinking about it, I might mess that up. So I feel like.
Listen, we're gonna have some fun today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be probably the most interesting birthday party I think I've ever been to.
Okay, that's a good way to end.
Yeah.
This is Betsy. Okay, this guy Danny is having a birthday today. What do you think of him? He's weird, isn't he?
Danny is one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. I've never met anyone like him. The first time we met, I had just woken up after driving from Buffalo to Cobleskill, and I was so disheveled, and he was the first person to stand up and give me a hug. And I was just like, wow. So he's just amazing. He's very caring. I'm staying with him for a couple of weeks now. And
what Is there anything in particular you want to say to him on his birthday?
Happy birthday, Danny. Thank you for having us at your house, and it's been a great knowing you, and I hope to continue knowing you.
Do you believe he'd be anything without Ann? I think Ann is the real charge there.
Anne's wonderful. I just think she is amazing, too. They're great people.